morning all of you. Welcome back to the class of chemistry. This is Ayushi Sharma, your chemistry teacher. I hope you all are doing very well. So, keep yourself healthy in this way only. In the previous video, we have discussed about the first law of chemical combination, that is conservation of mass, which states that the total mass of the reactants must be equal to the total mass of the products. Today we are going to learn one more law, that is law of constant proportion. It is also known as law of definite proportion. It is given by Proust in 1779. Mainly we can say that the law of constant proportion gives us an idea about the formation of compounds. So let's have a look what this law suggests. According to this law, whenever a compound is formed, the elements which are combined together to form that particular compound is always similar, and the number of atoms and the amount of atom present in a particular compound is always fixed. It means we can say that the atoms of elements always combine in the fixed ratio by their mass. From its experiments, the scientist Proust has analyzed that chemical composition means the type of element present and the amount or percentage of element present in a large number of compounds are always same. This law also means that whatever be the source from which any compound is obtained, a pure chemical compound is always made up of same elements in the same mass percentage. For example, water is a compound which always consists of the same two elements, that is hydrogen and oxygen. They always combine together in the same constant proportion, that is 1:8 by mass. You can see from the slide also that the number of atoms of hydrogen and oxygen are also similar. So we can conclude that whenever a compound is formed, the type of atoms involved and the number of atoms of a particular type of element are always same, and they always combined in the fixed ratio by their mass. If we want to observe the water which is obtained from different sources like rivers, sea, well, etc., we found that the same masses of hydrogen and oxygen elements are obtained in every case. To understand it better, let's have a look on the upcoming video.
We concluded the previous video by understanding the first law of chemical combination. Now we need to take a look at the second law, which is called the law of constant proportions or the law of definite proportions. They're the same thing. The law was first put forth in the year 1797 by a French chemist called Joseph Proust, and hence is also referred to as the Proust's law. What does the law state? The law states that in a chemical substance, elements are always in a fixed proportion by mass. Now what does this mean? It's not straightforward to comprehend this statement at the first glance. Remember the example of chocolate milk that we considered while studying the first law? In that example, we saw that when we have to make double or triple the amount of chocolate milk, all we have to do is use the proportionate amount of the individual ingredients. Wait, did I say proportionate amount? What does that mean? It means that when we have to make the drink for 10 people instead of 5, we just have to take double the amount of ingredients, right? Anything more or less would result in change of taste. Similarly, in any chemical substance, the elements present are always in a fixed proportion by mass. So let us take the example of elements A and B giving us the compound C. Now if we observe just one single unit of the compound C, then we can notice that it has 2 atoms of element A and 3 atoms of element B. Is it true for all the units making up the compound C? Yes. It means that even if one atom from any of these units is removed or added, then it can no longer be called compound C. It will change to something different. So if the number of atoms is fixed, then the mass will also be constant, right? Absolutely. The best example to study this is that of ammonia. If we decompose ammonia by any means, say by extreme heat or some other way, then we get the nitrogen and hydrogen atoms in the same proportions by mass. So let's say we take 17 grams of ammonia. If we decompose it, then we will get 14 grams of nitrogen and 3 grams of hydrogen. So can we say nitrogen and hydrogen are present in ammonia in a constant ratio of 14:3? Even if we decompose ammonia in any other way, the ratio of nitrogen to hydrogen in the compound will always be the same, 14:3.
I hope you have understood the law of constant proportion. Let me remind you one more time. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead.